Welcome to the Sports Card Talk Show. Sports Card Talk Show with Kevin Anderson and Lauren Walker, the Skol Brothers.
Welcome to episode 51 of the Sports Card Talk Show. Tonight we're supposed to have Monday Mount Rushmore, but we're going to have that episode hijacked by a Friday Night Lights interview. We got the Vikings versus Seahawks Monday Night Football, so we thought it'd be a perfect opportunity to have...
capital P. His name is Perfecto Capa. So hopefully those Vikings can beat the Seahawks.
I know, right?
I'm nervous tonight. So
yeah. It'll be interesting to see.
Ring them up.
Let's get them on.
Ring-a-ling ding dong.
We got Perfecto on the line here. Thanks for joining us. Little Friday Night Lights interview being hijacked. We're hijacking Monday Mount Rushmore for this since our Vikings are facing off against your Seahawks. So we thought it'd be kind of fun to have this episode tonight. So thanks for joining us.
Thank you guys. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, we've been really enjoying everything you do, and thought, man, we got to reach out to you, and you were kind enough to come on. So why don't you... kind of bring it back. Like, when did you start collecting the first time? Are you kind of like us, where it was younger and got away? Is that kind of?
I was a kid. Early '90s. Just going to the corner stores or Safeways, whatnot, and getting packs of cards. And then, I love Seattle players. So it was always the Sonics, the Mariners, the Seahawks. And then, I hit about high school, stopped collecting then, and it came back 2017, so a couple years ago.
Oh, okay.
So you were all into Griffey and Sean Kemp and Gary Payton.
Oh, yeah.
And if you see a lot of my stuff now I post, it's still Sonics related, Seahawks related, Mariners related. But I dabble more now. There's a lot of young players that I gravitate to. I like watching them play. Like a lot of people, the Lucas in basketball.
Oh, yep.
A lot of great young players in different sports, different teams that I like. So
sure.
Being older, I can respect that.
Absolutely. So when you started back up a couple of years ago, you said, did it just kind of say, well, maybe I'll try the YouTube thing, or how did the YouTube channel come about for you?
Funny story. I started a new job. So, just a little backstory. I'm fresh at my job, maybe a couple weeks. Meet a guy there. He's local where I live as well. And he plays locally flag football. So they had a little flag football league. So, I asked him about it. He's like, yeah, if you want to join, come through and play. So I played, we played one weekend, was fun. I came back the next weekend, no joke, last play of the game, I intercepted, take a step forward, and I just feel like someone kicked me or something, and I'm like, and then I take a couple more steps and I go down. And I just remember, I was like, what happened? I asked, did someone kick me? Like, no one's around you. And it's my left leg and I feel, and there's no Achilles there.
I was going to say, I knew where you were going with it when you said it felt like you got kicked. Yep. Oh, man.
So, just this is playing into it. So, it was a ruptured Achilles.
Oof.
I had surgery and all that maybe like 3 days later. Had to call my job, let them know. But luckily, it was a cool company. They are a cool company. And so I got on long-term disability. Short-term first and then it turned into long-term.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, so I'm at home, just like anyone, browsing YouTube channels. At the time, I was more into like shoes. I watch a lot of video game stuff, just random stuff,
Mm-hmm.
For some reason, I can't remember who it is, but they popped up on my recommended, sports cards. Like I said, I hadn't bought cards maybe since the 90s, like 98, 97 when I was in high school.
Yep.
Like, I was watching it and I was like, cool. They still do. I just seen it and it got to me. And I always wanted to start a YouTube channel prior, and I was thinking shoes at the time. That was sort of my thing.
Yeah.
And that just got me, and I was looking at it, and, I could do this. Maybe, I was thinking I could just tell my stories the way I would do it. Just, maybe talk about players since I grew up. And, I'm going to buy my first box. We have a local car, and it was lucky like 10 minutes away.
Oh, nice.
So I think my first box I did it's even on there, was a box of certified football.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have a holder because I used my cell phone. So I didn't have I have now a tripod.
Yeah.
So I used like a candle holder. I just put it in there, it started from there, and now it's an addiction, like many of us. I can't get away now.
Right.
And that's how it started, because I ruptured my Achilles. So.
Oh man, that's an interesting story.
Yeah, not but my hand. So yeah.
Yeah. So you've been really blowing. Well, I guess not blowing up. I guess you're at well over 7 now. It looks like you jumped over 7.
Yep. Yeah. Just we hit 7, going a little bit above it now, and I still have to do the giveaway for it. I think I'm gonna announce that today or tomorrow.
Oh, okay, cool.
Giveaway for it. It's been it's been a blessing. It's been a lot of support in the community. So
yeah, we've been noticing that just the friendships and the like you said, the support and all that has just been amazing. And 7,000 is. Did you think when you started that that it would get to this?
Honestly, no. You always have aspirations to be great.
Sure.
But I really didn't think people would watch me. I still remember my first comment. We're on Broadway in Seattle. Me and my fiance now, and just we're in a store just shopping, and I got a notification. Someone comment. I still remember that. I still remember to this day. And it's just been weird. I just didn't expect it. The subscribers keep going up, and the love. So, just like I said, blessing and lucky. I think it all comes into play. Yeah. Well,
you're a great watch too, and like you said, how you describe the cards and who you're getting. It all comes into it. It's like you're entertaining for sure, man. I love watching. We were watching the optic with the 101 Peyton that you pulled, and just that excitement, man. That's it was just genuine. It's like
genuine.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's crazy that you hit a 101 and it's of your favorite team.
Yeah.
Right.
Seattle needs the Sonics back, man.
Yeah,
they do.
I'm dying to have them back, man. So it was amazing, just surreal.
Yeah.
The Sonics aren't around, so they're only going to put so many Sonics in products anyways,
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Or it's a beat there. And I neglecting, I could say, honestly, that moment.
Yeah, that's awesome. So, what I'm trying to think about, it looks like you open a wide range of things. Do you have a favorite, you look forward to every year? I can't wait till Spectra or Optic basketball, or is there one that you're like, man, I can't wait for that to come out?
Now I can't really, because I do all baseball, basketball, football.
Yep.
So right now, on the spot, I can't really think of a particular.
Yep.
Football's my first love. Football's always going to be my favorite sport.
Yep.
But I look forward to everything, and sometimes you guys probably know it becomes overwhelming. There's so many products, and I feel like I got to try it all when I really don't. But just my brain now is just so cards.
Yep.
But I look forward to a little bit of everything. I want to try everything at least once. I still haven't bought ever Flawless, something like that.
Oh yeah.
So expensive, but I would maybe just all right, forget it one time, buy Ace and just whatever, try it.
Right. Yeah, that would be. Oof.
Now you don't do hockey, but what?
Right.
Who do Seattle? Are you from up in the Seattle area then?
Yeah, I was originally born in Seattle. Grew up here until about 6th grade, and then after 6th grade, moved to Vegas with my dad and brother. Grew up there up until my senior year, and came back to Seattle, and I've been here since.
So
joined the military and did all that.
So how who do Seattle fans gravitate towards in hockey?
Oh, I can't call it, honestly. I know there's a bunch of excitement now for the team we're getting. Actually, one of the guys who work at the card store I frequent, he's a big hockey guy, so he's always telling me about hockey and what products are coming out. And I know it's exclusive to Upper Deck now.
Yeah.
So he's telling me about a lot of that. And he's like, you should try this for your channel. It's just like, I don't feel like I would know. I wouldn't mind, but I just don't know what to talk about. I don't know who's good, who's bad.
That might make it kind of fun, though. Boy, I'm on my own here. Here we go.
They're like, don't you know that's worth $1,000? Like, I didn't know.
Right.
You have to pronounce a whole bunch of European players' names.
I already butchered names enough as it is, so I could imagine some of those names.
Oh yeah.
We were actually watching that, and Kevin's like, asked me about that, and I thought that was your thing. I thought you did it on purpose.
No, it's just like it's you guys, if you've seen other YouTube, some people are good. Like you to do it, it's not as easy. People always ask me for advice because they're starting up a new channel. And, because you got to be good at ad-libbing and coming up with stuff, off the top of your head right away.
Yep.
Because it's not always going to go as planned. Sometimes there's names I come across and I don't know how to pronounce them. Or I know it and just it's time. It's just, I think the brain is just going too fast, fast.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, when I watch back our videos and before we post them, I'm like, I didn't say that.
Exactly. It's like, did I say that? And you're like, dang, I know that name. It's like,
yep.
Yeah.
People got to realize you make mistakes. It's one recording, one through. There's no edits.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. That's what I try and. Tell
Okay,
people.
so you're not doing it on purpose. So.
I wish I could say I lied, like I'm trying to be funny, but there's sometimes let's say I just have a card right here, and it's perfectly Cortland Sutton,
Yeah.
and I just might say, because I see as a Bronco, Deshaun Hamilton or something, just sometimes the brain doesn't process right away. But,
Yep. Yeah. Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
Well, it's just cool that you admit that, no, I'm screwing up. I'm not trying to be funny. Because
it's all nervousness. I mean, even to this day, I've done hundreds of videos, but I still get nervous, and it's no one's in front of me. It's just the person, But
Yep.
you always strive to do better for the next one. So
Yeah.
The only editing that gets done really is editing out our first little getting ready to talk, and otherwise it's here we go.
Exactly.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. So,
Yeah.
you just gotta hope it comes out right,
Yeah. And it's been a blast. Like we weren't really sure what we were gonna do when we started, and we're like, well, let's try this. And then it kind of caught on with people are like, yeah, you got to keep up with this. You guys got to keep doing it. And we've had a few people on now, and they're like, yeah, keep doing it. So it's been great hearing that feedback, and we're so glad that people are willing to come on, because sometimes it's like, you want me to do what? When we first started, you're doing what?
I think it's excellent. I think it's different. It's the first, so I think I like it. And I watched Football Card Ollie, last night. So it's nice, now I get to see what he looks like. You get to put a face with the voice.
Yeah.
So I like it, man. I hope, wish you guys nothing but the best. It's awesome, man.
Oh, appreciate that.
There's a couple things that I wanted to mention before we first off, thank you for your service.
Oh, yes.
No problem. Thank you. No problem.
What branch did you serve in?
I was Army.
Army?
12 years, and I just got out in January.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I think your post kind of said you kind of missed it. You kind of missed.
There's certain things I miss. There's certain things I don't miss, of course.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, I think it was just time for me, building a family now. My son's getting older. Just with my job, too, because, I had just started that new job. That's still pretty new in my life, the career job.
Yeah.
Just balance, because now it's National Guard. So there's, it's becoming a lot, because it's no longer just a weekend. It's supposed to be Saturday and Sunday. A month, it was starting to become Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Right.
The 2 weeks was starting to become 3 weeks and then a month. So it's just taking too much away.
Yeah.
And I just make a choice, time to make a decision. I was like, I love it for what it did and what it made me, but time to move on and hopefully do other great things.
Sure.
That's awesome.
What else did you?
Well, we are playing his Seahawks tonight.
Yeah, when the episode comes out.
When the episode's going to drop on Monday Night Football, Seahawks, Vikings. I don't know why we can never get you in our building. For one, it's always in Seattle. We always have to face not just the Seahawks, we got to face the 12th man, too. So it's like, it's always 12 against 11 on the field.
It's true. Well, it's been good games, man. They've all been, close and competitive. So
yeah,
that going for it. They've been, entertaining.
Yeah. So that was one thing I wanted to mention, and we haven't talked about it at all. I'm surprised Kevin hasn't brought it up yet, but I am wearing the for your episode. I'm wearing "I suck at fantasy football." Me and Kevin faced off in one of our leagues last week, and I lost to him.
Okay.
This is after my team was spotted 25 points on. We added independent defensive players into that league this past year, and Joe Schobert racked up 25 points for me, and Kevin was ready to throw in the towel at that point, and my team still freaking lost.
That's Browns, Joe Schobert, or what?
Yep.
Okay,
Yep. I had Joe Schobert rack up 25. He had a couple picks in that game, a bunch of tackles, and Kevin's like, well, I lost, and and
so
then,
that's the punishment, having to wear that.
Yep. I'm wearing
the man of your word, you wore it, so
I'm wearing a I suck at fantasy football hat too.
Hey, you gotta maybe start selling those. People will wear that, It pertains to so many of us.
Yeah, I get to have my turn in a couple of weeks here, so in our other league. Our other league was a season long, and he's gonna beat me in that one, so
I never know, man. Fantasy just never.
No, I'm number 1 in that league, and Kevin is.
I don't think I'm gonna make the playoffs, so so much fun.
It is.
So all that is just a couple players too, a couple players difference and teams, and you can be awesome in one league and completely suck in the other.
Like a genius in one league, and then just like you don't know what you're doing in the other. It's crazy.
Just watched your before we got on the phone here. I'm like, oh, you got the playbook or whatever, and you got a pretty nice hit out of that. The Haskins.
Haskins,
that was pretty nice.
Yeah, crazy. I mean, I wasn't going to get it because it came out Wednesday.
Yep.
I wasn't going to get it, and then Friday come along, of course, and I worked overtime last night. That's why the video uploaded so late.
Oh, okay.
And my fiance, she likes to buy me gifts. She treated me too well, and she's like, what football products just came out? Trying to trick me. I was like, oh, this and this. She's like, you like any? I was like, playbook's decent, but I was like, it's only 4 cards. It's not really that great. So she was like, really nothing then? I was like, yeah, really nothing. I came home, it was there. So
oh, man, that's awesome. Yeah.
That was really because of her,
Yeah, that's really nice.
The last video I actually watched, I haven't had a chance to watch that one, but was Panini's response to, did you ever reach out to them again on that, like those defective cards that they sent you as a replacement to the first mess up?
All right, yeah. So you watched the second one then?
Yeah.
So I did. The next day I emailed him, and I emailed the same guy who I've been in contact with before. Excuse me. And so I emailed him, and typically he'll respond to me like he did last time. And there was a previous time when I had issues with my account not working, and he replied, but this time he didn't reply.
Oh boy.
Someone else replied from Panini Sales, and they just said, we're shipping you something new, here's a tracking. So I don't know, like maybe he's sick of it or something. He's like, I don't want to deal with this guy anymore. But, I mean, like, and I want people to understand, it's I'm not trying to get nothing free or rip off Panini or nothing like
You're
that.
opening it on camera, man. I mean,
but there's still people like, I read the comments, it's too much to reply to each one.
Mm-hmm.
But some people like, oh, you're ruining the bonus packs for the rest of us, or there are bonus packs anyways. Why are you tripping about it? But it's like, Panini being a company they need to have pride in their work. Just like any of us, have pride in what you do. Stand behind what you put out. I mean, I do my auctions. If I mess up, if I send you a messed up card and I'm so low scale, I'm still going to honor that.
Yeah.
Feel bad about that, but it's like you got to hold people accountable, So that's what I think it is.
Yeah,
they just be accountable. Nothing major, of course. I admit it's nothing major, but you can't send people that. Whether it be me, someone else. Imagine if it was a kid whose parents don't know nothing about cards and they buy him $100 box and got that.
Yeah,
and they don't have the like connections like we do in the community to get a hold of someone. They're out that money and cards. So
yeah.
That's why I want to push it.
Yeah, for sure.
I totally think your theory is right too. They noticed that there was a defect in the printing of the cards, and like threw a bunch of cards in the side, and they're like, "Oh, well, we screwed up with this guy. Let's grab some of those." And whether they did it on purpose when they sent them to you or not, they were just cards that were set off to the side that they were like ready to just send off to people,
Exactly. That's what I think it was, because just how they were all the same spot.
Yep.
It had to be a quality control thing, because one of my first jobs was working in a meat plant, and we'd have was it FDA or whoever look, yeah, I think the FDA, whoever
Yeah.
looks at me. Yeah, they would, sometimes come in and check a pallet just to see if, one box is good, or check a couple and see if they're all good. The pallet's good. If a couple boxes are defective, you got to take that whole pallet to the side.
Yeah.
So that's what I think happened with the cards. It was something along those lines, and those packs were off in some pile, and they just said, "Hey, send these to them," and that's what happened.
Yeah. That's incredible that it came the way it did the first time, though. I mean, I was watching it on my jaws, like dropping, like, they did not send it like that. No way. And you're showing the box that it came in. I'm like, well, the box looks good, but the inside, oh, man.
And there was even comments about that. Maybe FedEx did it and then repackaged it.
Yeah, no.
I don't think so.
No.
FedEx would have just, if they would have screwed up, you would have known. They would have just dropped up the messed up package at their front door.
There that were damaged already, so I know they wouldn't fix it. I've gotten messed up boxes. So.
Right. Oh, man.
Yeah, still, we're waiting. So that video will post again once I get the third packaging. We'll see.
Third time's a charm, man. You probably get a one-on-one hit in it or something.
Yeah. And it sucks because the first, the Nick Bosa was nice,
Yeah,
I know.
Yeah, and
I know.
of course, we love the other one. Yeah, we did the digs.
Yeah.
Nothing I could do with it now. So
No. Yeah, those were great looking, and I'm like, oh, what a waste! What a waste!
Screw the Bosa. We like the digs, man.
Yeah.
The dig was sweet. The dig was sweet, honestly.
Yeah.
Beautiful card.
Well, you had mentioned briefly about your auctions, and how long have you been doing that? The auction thing.
I'd say maybe a yearish now.
About a yearish, yeah.
A little bit over a year. I can't pinpoint exactly, but I got the idea from someone else.
Oh, okay.
He originally started doing auctions. I seen on his channel.
Who was that?
Eloy the Goat Flores.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I don't know if you guys heard of him.
I don't think so.
No.
Yeah, he does stuff too, and he's local. He's Eastern Washington, so he's about 2-3 hours from me.
Okay.
But sort of local, and we met through YouTube comments and actually met up a couple times when he came west to come to some card shows.
Oh, okay.
But he originally started doing that, so I was like, that's a good way to sell cards besides eBay and
Yeah.
that. It's a good way to mingle with the community. So that's how it started. It's been pretty fun, pretty good.
Yeah. I noticed that your post on IG about it, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's cool, man. So I have to check that out.
Yeah, it's a good way. Some cards honestly go for way cheaper than what they sell for. Typically I'm go for more, but it balances out.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anything else you want to talk about? I mean, obviously we know you're on YouTube and Instagram. Do you do other social platforms?
I have Facebook and Twitter.
Okay.
I don't really. My Facebook was deactivated since like 2016.
Okay.
But I did it just for the card portion.
Yep.
And then Twitter, but I'm not really active on either of those. It's really Instagram and YouTube.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's kind of what I noticed. That's where we're at most.
Yeah.
That's where you're at.
Yeah.
We talked about doing the Twitter and Facebook, and we never started them.
Yeah.
And what we found is almost everybody is still just Instagram and Facebook. So we've just decided, I think, at this point, not to bother.
Yeah. And to be honest,
Instagram is the most easiest. I mean.
Yeah, that's a great
line to post pictures. You could DM people. It's real simple.
Yeah.
Instagram is so easy. YouTube, you're waiting. Kevin has to suffer through most of that, but he edits the videos, and then he ends up spending like 3 hours waiting for it to upload to YouTube because
yeah.
That's why I wish I could get better at editing. So I mean, that's something I want to do more in the future.
Sure.
It's more editing in the video. You guys know Jam and JD, how he does.
Oh my gosh,
I think he has some of the best as far as cards.
Yeah,
he does the best. I like his stuff.
That's he's a legend.
He's one of the first I started watching. I remember a comment in his, one of his videos. I don't remember exactly what, but it's before I started. And I remember what kind of camera and setup you use, and I remember he was one of the originals I looked up to at the time. So cool.
Yeah, and I think part of it is finding your own thing, and then just getting a little bit better. Like I think you said you were using a candle holder the first video. I mean, just think about where you've been, where you started, and where you're coming to, and Yeah, it's
That's
crazy.
just that's an awesome story, because that's usually whenever I do research, I like to watch a person's first video and their last video and their most popular video, because sometimes we fall upon somebody and they got like 60 videos. You can't not gonna be able to watch all their videos, from before you interview them, and it's just nice to see where somebody's come from to where they're at, and me and Kevin, our first video, we watched it and we were like, do we want to even post this?
Yeah.
So
It's true.
Yeah.
There's some, they're cringy. I guess that word cringy. I watch some and it's like I can't sit the whole thing.
Oh man. Well, this has been great, man. I can't thank you enough for coming on. We don't want to take up too much of your time. I know you got your auction coming up.
Right.
But yeah, we really appreciate it, and maybe something we can revisit down the line if you don't mind coming back on. We'd love to have you on.
that depends on if the Vikings beat the Seahawks tonight.
Yeah. You might not hear from us for a while.
Harsh words or anything.
No, right. So cool, man. Anything else you want to bring up at all, or I think we covered quite a bit today.
Covered quite a bit. I just want to say thank you, guys. Thank you for having me.
Oh, thank you for coming on, man.
Yeah.
The honor. So appreciate you, and like what you're doing for the community. Honestly, like for real, it's real dope what you guys are doing. So keep it up. Keep going.
Cool.
Okay.
Cool. We will do that. And if you want to hang on for 1 second, we'll just bring a close to the episode, and then we'll just talk for like 1 minute and we'll let you go. So that'll bring episode 51 of the Sports Card Talk Show to a close. Capital P cards. Good luck to your Seahawks. Not too much luck though.
Yeah.
So
good luck to you guys.
Skol Brothers out.
All right.